Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Anyone tried how to use Git account as external config server? How to use Git account as external config server, guys? You got the output? Very easy. Concept is very easy, boss. Yeah. Tell me, guys, this Spring Cloud config server can interact with only external resources or native resources also, local resources also. Can get common properties from local resources also. What do you say, guys? Can get common properties from local resources also. What do you say, boss? It is suitable. Today we will see how to interact with the native file. Native file to get the common keys and values, boss. It is suitable only in dev environment and test environment. Why, sir? Why? Why it is suitable in dev environment and test environment? That time code will be with programmer, code will be with developer. Native file access will be there, right? In production and UAT environment. Okay, project code will not be there. The maintenance team may not be aware of where is this common file, right now, boss? But not in UAT and production environment. Use this dev and test environment if you are not ready with the Git accounts. If you are not ready with the Git accounts. Are you getting my point? Generally, we place this native configuration related application.properties file in the Spring Cloud configuration project itself. Array, Spring Cloud project also uses your hard disk memory only, na? Spring Cloud configuration server project is basically what, guys? Is basically what, guys? Is basically what, guys? I want reply. It's a Spring Boot project. Where this Spring Boot project allocates memory? Where this Spring Boot project allocates memory? In hard disk drives or not? Are you understanding my statement, guys? Come on. Okay. So native configuration file also will be there in hard disk, na, boss. Come on. Example application. Develop Eureka server, same as previous application, guys. Let's get into this one only, na? So let's go for what is there in this. 5, 5, 5, 5. Total. Okay. Number 6, Eureka server. That's the one thing. Number 6, EMP service. That's another thing. Number 6, config server. Number 6, student service. Number 6, student service. Config server, EMP service, Eureka server, student server. Right? Okay, guys. Now tell me, one by one we have to rectify. So Eureka server class you open. Change the file name and class name. Change the file name and class name. Here is my 6, guys. Here is my 6. Done. Eureka server, guys. Next one is what? Next one, same thing. Config server, add config server dependency, select from Spring Cloud, enable config server. Now listen carefully. I'm going to create application.properties in the project itself. Don't confuse. Already config server project is having one application.properties, right? On the top of it, I'm going to create one more application.properties file. Add a new application.property file by creating a folder like config. By creating a folder like config in src/main/resources folder. Resources folder to keep common key value pairs required for all MS projects. This is a new one. This is a new one. Listen. This is the new one. This is a regular application.properties. This is extra application.properties. Are you listening my point? Are you observing? SRC Java, main Java folders are Maven project will be placed in class path by default. These folders are already there in the class path. Right now, boss? Yes, guys. Where is this config server? 06 config server. 06, guys. Zero 06. I'm adding a folder called config. There I'm adding, come on. Super boss. Tell me next one. Here I am taking a file, guys. Where is the file? Here is the file. Application dot properties. Application dot properties. Yeah, folder name can be any name. Folder name can be any name, but file name should be application dot properties. File name should be application dot properties. Somehow config server is looking for that file only. Looking for that file only. Okay. We'll see the chance of changing the file name also. Okay. Come on. Global or common keys and values of multiple MS projects. Multiple MS projects, guys. Multiple MS projects, guys. Tell me here what is there, guys. Multiple MS projects. Multiple MS projects. Okay. DB user is equal to system. DB password is equal to tiger. DB user is equal to system. DB password is equal to tiger. Yeah, that is done, boss. Now listen. In already available, I think I need to do Maven update. Maven update. Update project. Okay. Yeah. In already available application dot properties, it is running on 8888 port number. Super. Okay. Leela Sai Sudhir, can you listen the current topic? What do you expect? I should stop teaching current topic and I should worry about your RESTful web service questions. Can you show some common sense while attending classes? Mr. Leela Sai Sudhir, very big name is there. Okay, boss. Now listen. 8888. Okay, now, is it Git URL is this, guys? Right now, we want to get from Git account? No, no. So definitely different key and different value will be there or not? Yeah. Activate active native profile. Activate native profile of its parent project. You have to activate native profile, boss. When parent project is running in native mode, native profile mode, then only it becomes ready. Then only it becomes ready. That means Spring Cloud config server parent project, if it is running in native profile mode, then only it look for native configuration file. If it is not running in native profile, it won't look for native configuration file. Everyone understanding my statement? Activate native profile of its parent project. Yeah, specify config folder of class path as native config location of config server. Spring.cloud.config.server.native.search-locations is equal to this one. If you have multiple locations, you can specify as a comma separated list of values. As a comma separated list of values. These two are extra, boss. These two are extra. The parent project of configuration server is having profiles. The default profile designed to get linked with the Git accounts. That means taking external configuration as the as native profile is designed to get linked with the native configuration file. That means local drives. So we are activating native profile. We are activating native profile. I hope you understood, guys. Default profile that is in active mode is designed to get what? Take Git accounts as the configuration. Git accounts as the configuration, nothing but external configuration. Okay, so we have to activate what? Native profile, which is designed to get which is designed to get information from native configuration, nothing but local drives, guys. That's why we have to do it. And you have to specify the location. Array profiles we discussed are not in Spring Boot level. Super, guys. Tell me, guys, what is this? Activate native profile of parent project. Config server project. Okay. To get info from native config file. To get info from native config file, guys. Okay. Spring dot profiles dot active is equal to native. Yeah, it's next, guys. This is not required. Link config server with native configuration related config folder. Native configuration related config folder. Can you help me? What is the key? Spring.cloud.config.server.native.search location. Spring.cloud. Can you help me? Big lengthy one. Config.server.native. Config.server.native. Search hyphen location. Spring.cloud.config.server.native.search hyphen location, guys. Here is my class path : config. Search spell mistake. Please help me. These things makes big difference later. Boss. Okay. By default, our resources folder is there in the class path now, boss. src/main/resources folder is there in the class path. So that's a class path : config. Class path : config. That's it, boss. Develop the multiple microservices, same as previous one and regular one. Regular story, boss. This is the regular story. I think already we have everything now, boss. EMP service project, boss. Same old stuff. Same old stuff, my dear. Here is 06. 06. 0606. EMP service students. Done, boss. Cool. Yeah. What is the order of execution, guys? First, Eureka server. 06 Eureka server. Where is this? Here. Come here. Come here. Student service gone wrong. How come? Yeah, if you don't change, also not an issue, guys. But if you change, it will. Config client. Sandeep Das, annotation is not given, jar is given. So that jar is taking the responsibility of connecting to config server now. My dear, that jar is taking the responsibility of connecting to config server based on the entries that are there in application.properties. Things not only happen through annotations, boss, things also happens through what? Properties file. But when property file says do something, so relevant jar files are required to do that work or not? Relevant jars are required to complete the task. What do you say, boss? Super. Yeah. Tell me, this native one is recommended to use where, guys? In dev and test environment. When if you don't have Git accounts. So overall, it is recommended to use or not? Not recommended. Nowadays, everyone is having good account, Babu. I'm just taking only for knowledge sake, right, boss? Everyone in the industry prefers through Git only. Everyone in the industry prefers using through Git accounts only. This is just given knowledge sake. One option is there kind of thing. Okay. Mr. Basha, what do you mean by Spring Cloud starting from command prompt, Babu? Spring Cloud is not alternate for AWS, Babu. Spring Cloud is a module name using which we can develop microservice architecture projects. If you are thinking Spring Cloud is alternate for AWS, if you are thinking Spring Cloud is alternate for AWS, okay, you are not attending classes regularly, you lagged very, very badly. You lagged in the subject very, very badly, boss. I think on the launch of microservice architecture, first statement is this. Spring Cloud is nowhere related to AWS. Did I say that statement or not, boss? Okay. Please confirm. At least others, please confirm. Okay, guys. Tell me, everyone come back. Yeah, config server native file. Yeah, let's go to config server native file. Run on Java application. Run on Java application. Okay. Then what is the one I should run, guys? EMP service, right? Java. Student service. Java application. Java applications. Yes. Open the browser. 8761. 8761. Right now, how many services are there? EMP service, this one. Click on EMP service one, guys. Okay, basically wrong URL will come. There, what is the global path? EMP. What is the, this one, show na? If I'm, according to my setup, this is show. Yeah, system tiger. But this time from where they came, boss? This time from where they came, boss? Native config file na? This time from where they came? They came from native config file, right now, boss? Okay. Click on student service /stud /so system type /stud/service. Everyone understanding? Okay. Deepak Kumar, Sai Teja, I already said the use cases now to keep common database JDBC properties, mail properties, security properties. Come on, my dear. Okay, guys. Sai Teja in cloud also Git will be there. Cloud also can connect with the Git. Cloud also can connect with the Git. Okay, from cloud also we can read the data from GitHub. Cloud is also part of internet, na? Cloud is not a totally isolated one, right, na, boss? Come on, boss. Because GitHub account URLs are what? Internet URLs. So they can be located from standalone computer, cloud application, cloud missions, virtual missions, any mission. It's all about writing the URL and hitting with the URL, right? It's all about writing the URL and hitting with the URL. Anup, you cannot fetch from both at a time. You can configure one at a time. You can configure one at a time. But because same name is same, na, application dot properties is there. Okay. File open. Come to today's discussion. Save it. Yeah. Now today I'm going to introduce bootstrap.properties, guys. See, guys, in old versions of Spring Boot, it is required. In recent versions of Spring Boot, this bootstrap.property file study it's not required. But I'll show both because some of the old maintenance projects will be there in old versions. Now we will discuss both. Clear, boss? Okay. Now listen. You have a parent project. There some properties are there. And some property values you want to change in the child project. Some property values you want to change in the child project. Are you getting my point there? Some property values you want to change in the child project. So then we can use bootstrap.properties in the child project, mentioning the changes that you want. Look at parent Maven project application.properties having what? PR.name Raja. PR.name Raja. Understanding? Child project is also having what? Application.properties. PR.age 30. PR.age 30. Okay. But when you take bootstrap.properties, guys, PR.name King. So being from the child project, parent project key values will be changed. Being from the child project, parent project values will be changed. This is basic idea, boss. This is basic idea I am giving. So being from child project, if you want to modify the values of parent project properties file content, we can take the support of bootstrap.properties file. Bootstrap.properties file. If you want to change the value of certain key belonging to parent project, being from child project, then the child project can use bootstrap.properties file placed in the class path like src/main/resources folder. Being from child Maven project, if you are looking to change present project application.property file values, then use bootstrap.properties in the child project. Every Spring Boot project is child Maven project for the parent starters. Parent starter projects available in the Maven repository. That means for most of the parent project, we cannot access and modify the code directly. In that situation, we can do modification. Come on. In that situation, we can do that modification through child project using bootstrap.properties. People are asking me one innocent question. Can you show me that parent project? Muddy fellow, in Spring Boot classes, we studied that. Studied or not studied? And moreover, you can see that parent word also, right? Is it not the parent project? In pom.xml, are you not seeing the parent project, boss? Spring boot start parent. And other day I have open where it is available in the Maven repository or not. In Maven central repository, it is available. Unfortunately, this is also having one more parent. If you open pom.xml of this project, that will have one more parent. So if you want to change the values of the keys that are there in application.property file of this parent project or its parent project being from our project of Spring Boot, then we have to take the support of what? Bootstrap.properties file. You have to take the support of what? Bootstrap.properties file. Okay. Now you may ask me one question. Sir, you can do that change. You can do that change in application.properties now, boss. And if you do change in the application.property, that will reflect to child project only. No, being from child project, I want to see that modification happening where? Being from child project, I want to see that modification happening where? Directly in the parent project itself. Directly in the parent project itself. Then we have to think about working with bootstrap.properties. Okay. Then why are you teaching these ones are all of sudden? Simple reason, boss. I want to have my choice port number for config server. What is the default config server port number, guys? What is default port number of cloud config server? 8888. What is the Spring Cloud config server URI or URL? http://localhost 8888. Localhost 8888. Localhost 8888. Maybe it is not in running mode. Maybe it is not running mode, boss. Let's keep in that one in running mode. Let's keep this one in running mode. Java application. Okay, see guys, there is no GUI page, boss. URL is right, but there is no GUI page for it. It's no document, no page, no GUI server kind of thing. No GUI page for that. Okay, let it be. Can we change the port number of config server? When I say config server, Spring Cloud config server only. Yes. Use the application.properties file of config server project server.port number 8888. Accordingly, config server URI will change. Accordingly, config server URI will change. Okay, if you want, you can change, boss. Application.property file of config server project. Accordingly, URI will change wherever required. How can we connect to config server from MS app if the config server is not running on default port number? If the config server is not running on default port number. Okay, first of all, I'll make my config server running on different port number, boss. Yeah, where is that? Application.properties. Yeah, here I will take 888811. Port number is changed. Cool. 8811. Come on, come on. Akshay Kapade, they are not related to config server now, boss, please. Okay. Application dot property, I changed the port number, guys. Super. Next. Add bootstrap dot properties file. Add bootstrap dot properties in src slash main slash resources folder of MS project having config server URI as shown below. This is very, very important. In every MS project, what we should add, guys? In every MS project, what we should add? Spring.cloud.config URI. Spring.cloud.config URI. What is the default value of this? The default value of this is having 8888. So being from child project, if you want to modify what? Key value of parent project, then we have to use this one or not. Then we have to use this same key and a different value should be specified here. Same key and a different value should be specified here. Getting my point, guys? Come on. Super. Okay. Now listen carefully. Server dot port number. First, let me comment first one. Here is my 8888. Here is my 8888, boss. Cool. Spring dot profiles dot active. Reminding everything, you keep it. Yeah, that is changed, guys. Config server. Come to MS project. Yes. We have come to MS project. Where we should add, guys, bootstrap dot properties. Straight away in resources folder. Straight away in resources folder, right? Straight away within resources folder. Okay, where is this resources folder? Array. Yeah. If your project is old project, this is very commonly asked question. Being from child project, how can you change the values of? No, I don't want to create project 7, not required, Babu. Super. Okay, tell me here, where is this file? Bootstrap dot properties. What dot properties, guys? Bootstrap dot properties. Okay. Super, boss. In this bootstrap dot properties, which key value you want to modify? Mention that. What is the key? What is the key we have to use? Spring dot cloud dot config dot URI. Spring dot cloud dot config dot URI. Connect to config server by config server with changed port number. Understanding my statement? Changed port number. Spring dot cloud dot config dot URI. Config dot URI. And what is this? http:// localhost. What's the port number, guys? 8888. http:// localhost 8888. Okay, guys. This one MS, boss. Same MS is required. Same is required in other one. Student service, resources. Come on, guys. Here also one more, please. Right. Yeah. Go to application dot properties. Yeah. Let's comment this. Let's enable this. Let's comment this. Let's enable this. Okay. Second, bootstrap dot properties. Here also we mentioned this. Here also we specified this. So now what happened, guys? Config server is going to run on different port number, right? Config server is going to run on different port number. So, but from MS we are able to communicate, boss. From MS you are able to should communicate. Understanding my statement? Super. Okay, let's see. All the things are stopped. Project clean once. Right click, run as Java application. Right click, run as Java application. Oh, order is not important. Order is not so important. Right. If you take Eureka next, this one also not a problem. Java applications. Java application. Cool was. Next one is, acha, one more thing. One small thing is missing, Rabab. When you are, when you want to work with the Bootstrap, guys, we have to add Bootstrap related dependency. Make sure that Spring Cloud Starter Bootstrap dependency jar is added to build path. This must be added. This must be added. It won't be available in what? IDE boss. It is available in what? mvnrepository.com. What is there? mvnrepository.com. We must add this jar in both projects. We have to add it. Are you getting my point, guys? Samsung, there is no @ Eureka client annotation. Okay. Tell me what is this? Spring Bootstrap. Spring Bootstrap or Spring Cloud Bootstrap. What is the name, guys? Spring Cloud Starter Bootstrap. Spring Cloud Starter Bootstrap. Click on search. Spring Cloud Starter Bootstrap, guys. Spring Cloud Starter Bootstrap. Anyhow, version is not an issue now because it will take the version dynamically. You know that. It will take the version dynamically. Go to EMP service. Here is my pom.xml, guys. Okay, here is my pom.xml dependencies. No need of version. It will pick up the version which is according to the compiler. Same thing you copy, guys. Student service. Save it. Here is my Eureka server, guys. Right click, run on Java application. Right click, run on Java application. Understanding my statement, guys? Super. Okay. Tell me next one. Config server we have to open. Right click, run as Java application. Now let's run this one. Right click, run as Java application. Maybe an update is required. Maybe an update will not be taken automatically. Okay, if not coming, then we will see. If not coming, then we will see. As of now, no exception, boss. As of now, no exception. That means changes are taken perfectly. All right. com.nt, this one. Run as Java. Could not resolve the placeholder. Could not. Okay. Could not resolve the placeholder. Could not resolve the placeholder. I think only for one it is given error. Huh? Second one we have not added properly. EMP service came. Student service problem has come. In student service, we did not add that dependency. Oh, dependency is not added, right? Okay, super. Now let's add a dependency. Let's add a dependency. Right click, run as Java application. Still giving error. Still giving error. Oh, we are adding in 5. Super, super, super. EMP service 6. pom.xml. Yeah, pom.xml 6. Student pom.xml, right? Yeah, are we running this one perfectly? Yes, yes. Right click, run on Java application. Yeah, it's coming smoothly, guys. We run 5th number. We unnecessarily executed the 5th number. That's the problem. Say refresh. Okay. Click on 9090. Okay. Now config server port number is changed, guys. EMP/so. We are getting the system tiger. We are getting the system tiger. Come on, come on. Are you understanding this? Okay. Similarly, stud/so. 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 What's the port number? 9901. Coming or not? System tiger. So we are able to change the port number of the this one, guys. We are able to change the port number of the config server or not. What is the port number change we have done? What is the port number change? HTTP localhost 8811 8811. 1 minute. 8811. Then native slash. Then 1 minute. Actuator slash. Okay. Actuator slash refresh. Actuator slash refresh. Are you able to see the content, boss? Are you able to see the content of the being from config server? We are able to see the content. We are able to see the content or not. This is one thing. That means somehow it is getting access to native config file content or not. Somehow it is getting access from native config file content or not. Is it not interesting, Babu? Okay. Deepak Kumar, wait a minute. Next, we are going to do that also. Without using bootstrap.properties also, this port number change is possible. Okay. Tell me, guys, what is there? URL to see. URL to see config server content. Config server pointed common properties. Config server pointed common properties. Pointed common properties. What is the URL, guys? Here is the URL. At this stage, port number is 8888 only, na? At this stage, port number is 8888 only, na, boss? Okay. 1 minute. Let me give the same confidence when it comes to server that is pointing to this one, guys. GitLab one. Let's run the GitLab one once. Let us run the GitLab one once. Okay. Run as Java application. Run as the Java application. Run as a Java application. Yeah, that is running on which port number, guys? 8888. Yeah. Other day we don't know how to change the port number, right? Yeah. This time you observe username system, but name is what? What is the URL you are getting? What is the URL you are getting? GitLab related information, na boss? We are getting GitLab related information. Did you realize this, guys? Come on, my dear. Respond in the chat box. Being from config server, we are able to see property file content. You click on this URL. You click on this URL. Oh, page not found. Maybe. You remove this. You remove up to this. Enter key. Enter key. Here we can see the application.properties file now, boss. Here we can see application.properties file. We're able to get access to that. Nice. We're able to get access to that. Right, boss? Clear. So like this, we can do that. Like this, we can do that. Yeah. See, what is the diagrammatic representation? Bootstrap, parent project, nothing but client project. Invisible placed in Maven repository. Invisible placed in Maven repository. That application.property file content, we are changing from child project, our MS project, by using bootstrap.properties. Default 8888 is there. Default 8888 is there. Yes or no? Na? Since we mentioned 8811, yes, guys. So here also it will be changed. Here also it will be changed. Here also it will be changed. So whenever our MS project wants to talk with config server, boss, wants to talk with the config server, it will use this URL for connectivity. It will use this URL for connectivity. Already in the connectivity URL, we changed port number or not? Connectivity URL, we changed port number. So that's why what happens, guys? Using that, it will connect to this one or not? I'll ask one simple question, boss. Forget about bootstrap.properties. Everyone, please spend 1 minute time with me. Go to student service. Everyone, focus how things are happening. Application.properties. Is there any place are you mentioning connected to a 8811 port number? Is there any place that you are mentioning connected to 8888 port number? No. But MS project is connecting to 8811 port number. How does this MS project is connecting to 8811 port number, 11 port number of project 8 or project 6, whatever it is, Babu. Anywhere, you take project 6 also. You look at project 6, this one, What is the resources, application dot properties? Is there anywhere are you mentioning? No. But it's still connecting to whom, guys? Okay, moreover, are you mentioning any URL of config server here? Are you mentioning any URL of config server here? No. But still it is connecting to config server. From where it is collecting config server URL? How the MS project is getting config server URL? From the parent project, na boss? Yes, na? But in present project, in the parent project, what is the URL that is there? http:// localhost 8888. Localhost 8888. But right now my config server is running on 8888 port number or 8811 port number. 8811 port number. So that means being from this project, we have to change parent project config server URL. Being from this project, we have to change parent project config server URL. Okay, being from even child project, if you want to change content of the application dot property that is there in parent project, what is the one we should use, guys? What is the one we should use? Bootstrap dot properties file or not? Bootstrap dot properties file or not? Okay. Now listen. Is it not diagrammatic representation, guys? This is our MS project. Let us assume EMP service project, right? EMP service project. In EMP service, listen, everyone, please remember. In EMP service project application dot properties, is there any URL connecting to config server? Is there any URL connecting to config server? Tell me, boss. No. This is application dot property of EMP service. Is there any URL connecting to config server? Not there. But it is still connecting to config server. That means it is collecting that URL from the parent project. It is collecting that URL from the parent project. But in the parent project, what is the URL? Localhost 8888. Localhost 8888. But right now our config server is there in 8888 port number or 8811 port number. 8811 port number. But do you have access to this project, guys? Do you have access to this project? Is it visible to us? It is not visible. It is invisible, not visible to us. It is there in Maven Central Repository. But I want to change this URL of the invisible project of repository from our child MS project, child Maven project, which is nothing but my microservice project. So how to do that work? How to do that work? Bootstrap.properties. At least now connected, boss. Now connected, boss. Those who said confused now got the clarity. The parent project of MS microservice project is there in Maven repository. Is there in Maven repository, right? It is visible or not visible? Invisible. Reason, please concentrate. We are directly replacing, not overriding. We are changing there. Visible or not visible? Not visible. Sumit MCA, we are not placing Ra Babu. We are not placing. We are not placing, boss. Ma'am. Okay. Understanding my statement? We are not placing. This came automatically when I create the project. Look at this in pom.xml file. This parent project came automatically in a boss. This parent project came automatically or not. So that is not visible to us. But I want to change the config server URL. Why? Config server URL by default pointing to which port number? 8888. But are we still interested to communicate with the 8888 port number, guys? No. Why? We started our config server on which port number? 8811. So that's why how to change being from child project, parent project information. Bootstrap.properties. So what happened, guys? When child project is executed, first bootstrap.properties will execute. It will change the config server URL. Config server URL. When MS project try to uses config server client dependency jar files to interact with config server, it will get the URL from parent project or not? It will get the URL from parent project. So in the parent project already URL is changed, having changed port number. So using that port number communication takes place or not? Using that port number communication takes place or not? Come on, my dear. Super. Okay, now listen. While executing any MS project, the bootstrap.properties will execute first, then modifies the parent project settings. Then modifies the parent project settings. So we run MS project was. Run MS project. Yeah. Okay. B, bootstrap.properties will execute. Okay. That will change parent project entries, guys. C. Next one, D. We are asking to connect. We are asking to connect. D. MS wants to connect to config server, right, boss? Wants to connect to config server. That is D. E gets config server URL from parent project. Gets config server URL from parent project. Okay, guys. And uses that URL for connect. Yeah. Uses that URL. At least now you got the at least now you got the idea, boss. Uses that URL for connecting. Guys, those you got confusion, now you understood. We run the MS project, right? Yeah, we should write bootstrap.properties in every MS project. We should write bootstrap.properties in every MS project if you want to change parent project setting. There's one more solution I will give later. Yeah, we run the MS project, guys. First, bootstrap.properties will execute. That will change URL of the config server that is there in the parent project, which will be used by our MS project for config server communication. Okay, now D, MS wants to interact with the config server. Okay, in that process, it will try to collect what? Config server URL from the parent project. Okay, changed one, we got it. Okay, uses that URL for connectivity with the config server. Understanding my statement? Connectivity with config server. I think these numbers makes your life easy. Now you got a clarity. So, okay. Now the question is, sir, if I have a 10 MS project, who will write 10 times bootstrap.properties only to change the port number of config server? Sir, heavy for me. It's really heavy for me. It's really, really heavy for me. Is there any option? From recent versions, okay, we can change that port number directly in the application.properties of client project, MS project. There is no need of adding bootstrap.properties. We can specify the changed port number. You can specify the changed URL directly in the application.properties. In the recent version, this is happening. Okay, that is going to be our next discussion, which I will take up in tomorrow's session. How can we do this work without bootstrap.properties? How can we do this work without bootstrap.properties? Yes or no, guys? Super. Right. I'll talk much on that in tomorrow's class. Thank you. Have a nice time. If you write properties, auto config will take place to create ConnectDB. If you are taking from config server, then how to set properties values in MS? Property values in MS. Kiran Kumar, only microservice. I think another 15 sessions are there. Another 15 sessions are there. Then we have security is there, messaging is there. So you mentally prepare for another 30-35 sessions to wind up this batch. Right? Thank you. Interviewer ask how to check metrics of the project. Ali, actuators concept is there, na? Actuators concept is there.